Hello everyone, welcome to Talking Health with DrLaz, your favorite health program on television. As usual, reaching you from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. My name is DrLaz Eze. Today we're going to be having a discussion which I'm very sure that everyone watching will be very much interested in. We're going to be talking about scams in the health sector. Different kind of scams that are primarily used to get money from people, different kind of products with all sorts of claims, and of course people have to get to use them because everyone has to live healthy. My guest will be joining me from Ukraine, and we're going to be using the screen and having certain visuals to it. Feel free to take snapshots from your television and save it because this information is going to be very useful, not just to you, but to your family and friends. We'll take a very short break, and when we return, we get into the conversation proper. But don't forget, if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channels, feel free to do so because we've done several episodes on this program. You can keep watching them as many times as you deem fit. Do stay with us. We'll be right back shortly. Welcome back to Talking Health with DrLaz, your favorite health program on television. Yes, like I mentioned earlier, we'll be talking about the health scams that you have to avoid. And joining me to talk about this is Dr. Obinna Ossai. Yes, Obinna Ossai is joining me from Ukraine. Before we started the program, he mentioned the name of the city. Obinna, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me, Dr. Laz.
Yes, please help me call your city so that we get it appropriately.
Okay.
Okay, your city is called what?
Zaporizhia.
Zaporizhia.
Yeah.
Okay, in eastern part of Ukraine.
Yes.
All right, welcome to the program. You are the founder of Contra Health.
Yeah, it's called contrahealthscam.com. So
Contra
it's
Health
like,
Scam. Right.
yeah, it's like a website that's dedicated to exposing health scams and the people behind them, and also exposing all the atrocities that is usually done by people who want to take advantage of those looking for better ways to improve their health.
Okay, that sounds great. So we'll be having this in two parts. Today we'll be talking more around the general health scams, but
Okay.
on the next program we'll localize it to Nigeria. So you're a Nigerian, and I'm sure you have experience on having trained in Nigeria and how it works around here. So
Yeah.
let's get started with our presentation. So generally, these fitness things and so many products being sold out there, perhaps we take it off from there.
Okay. So regarding health and fitness, weight loss is a very popular aspect of health. A lot of people are looking for ways to lose weight and to keep it off forever, and then people are taking advantage of these things and they are trying to, make money off of these people. So now we're going to look at some of these products that they normally push out to these people. And the
Right.
first one is, like you see now on the screen, is weight trainers, like waist trainers, I mean. And these waist trainers are very popular because they are being pushed by celebrities with very nice shape, and they post all these things on Instagram all the time. And because of that, a lot of women fall for them. And look at the very common claims that they usually make for these waist trainers. First of all, they tell them that waist trainers will help them lose belly fat. And then they tell them that waist trainers will give them a tiny waist or give them an hourglass shape. These are three of many claims that they actually give these women. But these are false claims. And now let's look at the reality about these waist trainers.
Right. So the waist trainers, is it like a device? Is it similar to what you have on the screen, right?
Yeah. And this one is kind of the one I showed you now on the screen is something like it looks like a bikini for swimming or something like that. But there are different ones too. They can be just like a band, like a belt, but targeted towards the waist and the stomach, covers the stomach. This one is just one style.
Okay. So I think sometimes women after delivery, when the abdomen get bigger, they get to buy some of these things. Could it not be for cosmetic reasons sometimes, just to make the abdominal protuberance not to be very obvious?
Yeah, some women actually wear it for that purpose. That one I don't have any problems with. But there are some people who are wearing it with this false belief that it's going to help them lose their belly fat that was caused by the pregnancy. But that's not just true, because as you can see from the reality, from at least, especially the second reason here that says you will not get a tiny waist, because targeted weight loss is a myth. So people who tell them that, oh, if you have to wear this waist trainers in order to reduce your belly fat, they are relying on this very old study that was very popular back in the day about what we call targeted weight loss. So targeted weight loss is this belief that if you train one specific part of your body for a long time, like for example, let's say your belly now, you are doing a lot of stomach exercises, in the gym, you are targeting your stomach all the time.
Yes.
The belief is that you are going to lose weight on that stomach because of what you are doing there, and you'll not lose weight anywhere else in your body. So that's what we call targeted weight loss. So people who get this waist trainers are made to believe that if they keep wearing the waist trainers all the time, that they are going to lose the belly fat, they're going to regain their waist, the waist contours and all those things. And it's based on this principle of targeted weight loss.
Right.
But that is a myth, because it has been proven many times
the reality is how would one lose weight? What's the reality in this case?
The reality is that when your body loses weight, it loses it from all parts of your body.
Okay.
You understand? So if, for example,
it's not be from one part.
Exactly. So you cannot just say that you want to lose weight from your arms, for example, and then you start training only your arms, and then you lose weight on your arms, and the rest of the body remains the same. It's not possible.
Because the body is a system, and every part is connected to the other.
Exactly.
Somehow.
Exactly.
All right. So those who want to lose weight, what will you tell them to do?
Okay. If you want to lose weight, I think the best thing that you have to do is to learn how to cut down on what you eat.
Okay.
So we call this calorie deficit. You have to cut down the number of calories you eat. And the best way of doing this is, discipline. And if you can't, you can get some type of, how will I put it, some eating regime.
Yes. Of course, dietitians might help in that regard. But let's move to the next slide that talks about, is still around the weight loss, the slimming and detox teas. There are a lot of teas that's being sold all over the place in Nigeria, in Africa, every part of the world, that they call slimming tea. So what are those false claims?
Okay, the false claims I've encountered regarding slimming and detox teas, I just listed 3 of them here. And the first is like slimming teas will make you lose weight. Of course, that is the main reason why they're selling it to you. That's first. And the second one is that slimming tea will detoxify your body.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then the third one is that slimming tea can work without diet and exercise. So all you have to do is to just keep drinking the tea and forget about eating healthy. You can keep eating all the junk food you want, as long as you're taking the slimming tea, no problem.
Right. It's going to take away all kind of impurities in the system.
Exactly. So
and some of these products are usually marketed through these network marketing platforms, and they can be pretty expensive.
Yeah, exactly. And they are not just the only ones, though. Those ones are like kind of mainstream, because a lot of people are talking about them. But the ones that do the most damage, I think, are the individual ones that people peddle online. And people just come up and start selling all those things, and then they give them all these claims and tell them that, You should just keep taking them once or twice a day when you wake up or before you go to bed. And it doesn't matter what else you do, the
Right.
70s will do the magic for you.
Right. So what you're saying is you can only lose weight through diet and exercise,
Exactly.
not
These are,
through any slimming tea.
yeah, it's true. Because the thing is that a lot of people are being told that there are new, better, easier ways of losing weight. But the
Right.
reality is that the traditional way of losing weight is still the best. The diet, exercise. And by diet, I don't mean starving yourself or depriving yourself of the necessary nutrients. It's just eat a balanced diet and eat responsibly. And then
Right.
be active in life. Don't be sedentary all the time.
Okay.
And you'll be fine.
Yes,
You
just be
maintain your weight.
active, take a walk, get active and
Yeah,
all that. Yes, towards the end, there was a place we talked about ketogenic foods that might be of help. But we'll get to that. I will get to continue the conversation after taking another break. I will come back to you shortly, Dr. Ossai. I've been speaking with Dr. Obinna Ossai, joined us from eastern parts of Ukraine, and we've been talking about some common scams in the health sector. Join us shortly after this break. Welcome back to the program. My name is still Dr. Laz Eze, and Obinna Ossai joined me from Ukraine, and he's the founder of contrahealthscam.com. A site that you get a lot of information about some products that many persons use to take money from people with, of course, not by force anyway, but by telling stories that are not true. So, Obinna, let's move to miracle cure products. Before you begin to talk about the ones you have in mind, we have a lot of that here in Nigeria, as you well know, where in different motopaths across the country, you meet people that come up with a product and claim that it cures STIs, it cures fibroids, it cures hypertension, that every damn thing. So, but we also have those that are being peddled online and a lot of persons get to buy. Can you speak more to them?
Okay. This particular type of scam is the one I most especially pay attention to, because it's the most prevalent and it keeps reinventing itself in different ways. And these are just 4 of the common claims that they make, that each time you encounter it, you have to be very skeptical, because most of the time you are most likely dealing with a scam. So the first one is like the one you commonly see on my website, contrahealthscam.com, is this claims like, this second trick reversed my type 2 diabetes in such a number of days. Like, for example, here, 20 days.
Right.
And then the next one will tell you, do this 30-second ritual to permanently reduce your blood pressure in 24 hours. Then the next one will come and tell you how I cured my fungal infection in 7 days using this little known secret from insert this country, this unknown remote area in the world. Like, for example, ancient Egypt, some people say Tibet and China.
Right.
Some people even say some village in Ecuador, things like that, and etc, etc. So
And some
like
persons
this.
actually pass those information using WhatsApp, different WhatsApp groups, and getting the messages forwarded and asking that forward this to 20 persons or to 50 persons, you might just be saving a life.
Yeah. Also, they do that by spreading it in emails too. So they spread it everywhere, especially in emails. You see all these, bombastic emails, and they start claiming a lot of things and telling you to read this presentation or to watch this video to find out what it's talking about and how you can cure yourself.
So what's the reality in this case? What's the fact?
Now, the reality is that most of these supplements are backed by people who do not exist. They are pseudonyms, they are ghosts. So there's no way you can actually look for these people in case anything goes wrong and you are looking for somebody to
But you actually have pictures of
people
accompanying those messages. You have photos of people with big titles.
Yeah, sure. But the thing is that when you do some background check on these so-called photos, you will see that most of them are either by paid actors, because there's some people that they hire online to come and present their video.
Wow.
And just like you are doing now, they'll be saying all manner of things. You think it's actually the real person that is talking.
And they put it on
If you,
YouTube.
yeah, they put it on YouTube, they put it on a website, anywhere where people can watch it. And when you actually do the background check, you will notice that these people are paid actors. They're just like presenters that you can hire for a few bucks to come
Right.
and read a script for them. Yeah, either that or the photos they are using are stolen from other sources in the internet, or they are stock photos that they can buy from stock photo websites, and then they use it and claim that this stock photo is actually a real person, that is the person behind their product.
But
But the reality
they
is,
also quote some scientific studies to back up their claims.
yeah, but the common thing about quoting scientific studies is that they do either two things. Either they quote the scientific studies correctly and then they make the wrong conclusion that fits their narrative, or they completely twist the meaning of the scientific study that they are citing. And some of them even quote scientific studies in order to, how will I put it, decorate their presentation. It doesn't really mean that they know what they're talking about. They just quote it so that
Just to use that to convince
people that they know
right.
what they're talking about. But actually, it's not the case. It's just like for theatrics to hype up their product, to make it look authentic.
Some of those ingredients they use, are they safe? Are they all safe? Or could it harm the body in any way?
Most of the time, the good thing about some of these supplements is that most of the time the ingredients they use are not really harmful.
They are not harmful, okay.
They are not really that harmful. So if you take them, nothing will really happen. At least nothing drastic will happen. But the problem is that you're never sure of all these things, because you know how the kidneys work, you know how the liver works. Some of these supplements have not been tested and proven to be entirely
safe to the body organs, right?
Yeah, because nobody is studying them, nobody is actually regulating them, so anything can happen. But the good thing is that at least these people who are falling for these scams all the time, they are not really risking their health per se like that,
right?
Because the ingredients they normally use are maybe normal, like
they are
kitchen
not, they are not
ingredients,
harmful. Some of them are actually nutritional ingredients that may just be like multivitamins and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
something
well
like
packaged in a very shiny stuff that
Shiny.
makes it looks very attractive and sold at a very exorbitant prices.
Yeah, but it's still not a justification for buying the supplement, because now you've heard that most of them are not that harmful. You go and throw away your money hoping for a miracle, because that's exactly why they are peddling the supplements in the first place.
Exactly. Obinna, I was finding it hard to convince someone who had fibroid, who insisted on taking supplements, because a friend told her that she used supplements and got better. But that's a story for another day. So the natural body part enhancement, that's also another area, So let's speak quickly to the remaining slides because we're really strained for time. So what about these false claims about butt, breast, and penile enlargements?
Well, this particular set of scams, they target the insecurities of people. People are very insecure about some certain parts of their body. So these scammers take advantage of it to tell them that, look, there is other better natural alternatives to surgery for enhancement of these body parts. Like, for example, the butt, the breast, the penis, and even the hips. There are some I found that they are saying hip firming, and most of the time they are either supplements or creams.
Okay.
So breast enhancement creams and pills, breast enhancement creams and pills. But the truth is that it's only surgery that can do any, altering of these particular body parts.
Right. So only surgery that could be used to alter any of this, not any kind of product. So what about the claims around keto supplements?
Okay. My problem with keto supplements is that they are trying to make it look as if all you have to do is to just take the supplement and then you reap the benefits of the ketogenic diet. And for those who do not know, ketogenic diet is the diet whereby you starve your body of carbohydrates, which forces your body to then burn fat for energy. So
so is it the kind of diets that those who want to lose some weight through dieting may want to take?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because if done properly, ketogenic diet eventually leads to weight loss. That one is a sure banker. But no, because it's an advanced form of dieting and is unsustainable because you are starving your body of carbohydrates and your body burns carbohydrates first instead of carbs because your body prefers carbohydrates. So if you deprive the body of carbohydrates, it will resort to using fat, but then your fat is needed elsewhere in the body for structural reasons. Like for example, your fat is needed for the structural integrity of your cells,
Exactly.
your body
Right.
cells, and other reasons, even for hormone production. So if the body is forced to use these fats to burn energy all the time, eventually your body is going to protest and you are going to have problems. So because of that, ketogenic diet is highly unsustainable and is a very advanced form of dieting that should be prescribed by professionals. So not
Okay.
everybody should be
And
going there to
monitored,
do, monitored.
All
You
right.
get. But these keto supplements, they come and lie to people and say, oh, you know how the traditional ketogenic diet is very hard to do and very hard to sustain. Don't worry, because if you take my keto supplement, your body instantly enter that state where it will be burning fat seamlessly instead of carbohydrates, and you don't have to do the ketogenic diet anymore.
So you eat whatever you
Something
want
like
to
that.
eat and you just be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So that's why I noticed it when I was reviewing these keto supplements. I reviewed so many of them on my website and I got tired. And I just had to make a video and say, in fact, nobody should bother buying anything when it comes to keto supplements. Because if you're not ready to do the ketogenic diet, like do the real thing, then don't bother using these supplements because these supplements are a complete waste of time.
Wow, that's very interesting. These supplements are a complete waste of time. I think we have to end the conversation here. What will be your last words on this, just for a few seconds?
Okay, my last words on these scams is that if you are the type who is looking for better alternatives to these particular products, you should head over to, resource websites like mine, for example, to get information on how to get these alternatives
Well,
because there are really good ones out there.
you're assuming everyone has access to website and the internet, but that's fine, Dr.
No,
Obinna
I'm just
Ossai. That's fine, Dr. Obinna Ossai. If you want to do further adverts, we
no,
engage
I'm not
we
just
engage
saying
further
come
on
to my
that.
website.
Right. So
Yeah.
okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Ossai. I think the general message would be for people to engage professionals on all these things, even though some professionals are also being used to market these products and they do it for the sake of making money. But it's good
Yeah.
that we talked about this, and I'm sure that anyone that listens that want to learn more would want to visit your site and get to learn more about this. So thanks.
Okay.
Okay, you sound like you still have something to say.
Yeah, please. I just want to make some clarifications. The
Okay.
reason why I said resources like my website is that I want to encourage the society to do more research. They just don't have to take verbatim whatever anybody is telling them on the street. So if you hear some certain claims about some certain products, you should start making research, instead of just believing it at a fly there. That's what my website is for, to provide this information so that people can go there and do the research for themselves. So they should look for resources like this each time they hear about all these claims about these products so that they can be informed, so that they can make the right decisions and save their money in the process.
All right, so they can make the right decisions and save their money. Thank you, Obinna Ossai, founder, contrahealthscam.com, joining us from Zaporizhia. I think I got it right, from Eastern
You did.
Ukraine. Thanks for being on the program, Talking Health with me.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us on the program today. I believe you learned a lot. We are going to continue this conversation next week with Nigeria-specific health scams. I'm sure you not want to miss it. So do stay with us, until next week. My name is Dr. Laz Eze. Bye for now.